everybody, Coach Lance from OnlineHockeyTraining.com, and welcome to another installment of this Sunday motivational video. Each week, I'm hopefully going to bring you something new and fresh to think about, expand your awareness, and maybe help you get through a tough time down the road. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification button or you'll be missing out. Today's video is one that everyone wants to run away from. That is until, without warning or having a chance to prepare, bam, you're injured. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What happens when you get hurt? Dictionary.com defines injuries as a particular form or instance of harm. An example, an injury to one's shoulder.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope, and I haven't met one that I've liked yet. You see, Coach is kind of an expert in this area. In addition to numerous broken bones, pulled groins, hamstrings, and hip flexors throughout my youth, college, and pro career, I also had 8 injuries that required a surgery. I'm currently trying to delay a hip replacement, but as of today, I'm feeling great. But when an injury occurred to me back in my playing days, I didn't feel so great. Because it happened so many times to me, I'm hoping to articulate each stage of this unfortunate cycle so you have a better idea of what to expect and know that you're not on a deserted island and that thousands and thousands of players have been there before you. Number 1, the ouch stage. This first stage is an unfortunate one and starts a whole sequence of events in motion that you now can't avoid. The first thing you have to go through is a little pain. Now, I don't know if there are different levels of pain, but like I mentioned, I'm kind of an expert in the injury field, and in all of my experience, all the pain was the same. It hurt. It's what you feel like when you block a shot and it doesn't hit any protective padding. The difference between the pain from an injury and blocking a shot is that the blocking shot pain will dissipate fairly quickly, where with an injury, it hangs around. Once you get a doctor to diagnose the injury, in most cases, they'll provide you with some pain medication to help relieve the discomfort for the first week or so. The last thing that happens in this first stage is you'll be showered with get better wishes from family and friends, which is always much appreciated and heartfelt, but is short-lived, as it's time to move on to stage number 2, the pissed off stage. Sorry to put it so bluntly, but I think the title of stage 2, being really pissed off, kind of sums it up. You're really mad. Am I right, all you former injured players out there? Here's some feelings that may creep into your mind and bounce around for a little while during this time.
I got this.
All right then.
You might feel chapped, a little salty, frothy, up in arms, bummed, or rattled, furious, enraged, livid, bent, fuming, infuriated, maddened, and steamed.
In addition to all of those feelings, you'll also have ones of sadness and heartbreak sprinkled in the mix as well. It's a roller coaster ride for a while. But at some point, not too long after the injury occurred, you'll have had enough of the pity party and you'll move on to stage number 3, the new plan. In this stage, you've seen the doctor, got casted, or had your surgery, and now have a timeline for your recovery, which in most cases requires physical therapy at some point. Athletic trainers, chiropractors, and physical therapists are some of the most impactful people on the planet. Every week, they get in front of people that are broken inside, dealing with pain, and feel defeated. These special individuals have a unique talent of making a really crappy situation manageable, and at the end of the process, somehow help each individual rebuild themselves and re-enter normal activity more confident than ever. The challenge is that rehabbing an injury can sometimes take many weeks or months. You'll learn to be fine at home and school, but there's one place that you just don't seem to fit into anymore, and that's at the rink when you're around the team. This takes us to stage number 4, the island of misfit hockey players. Let's face it, we love to play the game and be on the ice, and when that's taken away from us due to injury, it's hard to be around your teammates because you can't participate. It's like being in a candy store all day and not being able to have a little sample. It stinks and feels weird, but you'll learn how to deal with it with the support of your coaches and teammates, and you will persevere. After a number of weeks or a month or so, the physical therapist will let you start resuming some of your regular daily activities. This is what you've been waiting for, because now you can finally start doing some things that are getting you closer to what you'll be doing when you get on the ice. If you have an upper body injury, you're limited to what you can do with a stick, but you can work on your overall athleticism by doing different soccer juggling routines that will waken up a dormant brain and energize a body that needs to get moving again. Challenge yourself to keep the ball in the air longer and longer, trying all kinds of new ball handling patterns and tricks. If it's a lower body injury, then it's game on, as long as you know you're not going to slow the healing process by doing something that may aggravate the injury. You may not be able to get on the ice, but you can start working on sharpening up your mitts by doing some stick handling drills, ripping some shots, and doing some puck tricks. One way you can release all that pent-up anger and frustration from being hurt is by hammering a bunch of slap shots. I'm telling you, it works. This brings us to the final phase of this up and down journey. Stage 5, the return. As you get closer to returning to the ice, you have to understand that being cleared to skate doesn't mean being cleared to play in games.
Oh, come on!
I know that's not what you want to hear, but you have to get into hockey shape, and that takes a little time. This first may take place skating on a treadmill or finding some open ice before school. You'll then start participating in team practices wearing a jersey that visually shows them not to touch you. These will be non-contact practices for you, but you don't care because you're back with the team and you're almost whole again. Being able to complete stage 5 requires a few finishing factors. First, you'll have one more trip to the doctor in order to get the final okay to return to normal play. You then have to have some practices with full contact, and once you and your coaches feel it's time to insert you back into the lineup, bam, just like that, it's over, and you're whole again. Now I have to warn you not to get too attached to a return date. Doctors and therapists have to give you a window to shoot for. That's what will motivate you to keep pushing forward a little bit each day. Rarely is that return window right. You may tweak the injury on the ice, which may set you back another week or two. Your range of motion maybe didn't come back as fast as they first hoped for. All of these stumbling blocks delay your return. All I can say is that you'll know when you're ready to play. And so will your coaches, because you'll be bugging the crap out of them to put you in. At the youth levels, when you're ready to return, you play, because the team has been playing short-handed since you've been out. At the junior, college, or pro levels, this doesn't always happen, especially if you're a depth player playing on the 3rd or 4th line, or as a 5th, 6th, or 7th defenseman. Top guys get back in the lineup as soon as possible because they are the ones people pay to come watch. But if the team is playing well and on a winning streak, coaches won't adjust the lineup and will just ride the wave. This could be for a week or two, which is unfortunate for you, but you have to support the team and wait for your next playing opportunity. So being hurt or injured sucks. Sorry to say it that way, moms and dads, but it does. What I hoped I provided in this video is some insight on the different stages that occur when you get dinged up. It's not going to make the healing process go any faster, but rather hopefully minimize all the negative thoughts you'll have. No way around it, you're going to have them. And get you focusing on the recovery process and in a more positive state of mind earlier than if you hadn't watched this video. I want to thank all the doctors, chiropractors, athletic trainers, and physical therapists out there. You are amazing. And if I could give each one of you a hug right now, I would. Well, that's a wrap for this video. If you enjoyed it, please throw me a like and share it with someone in your hockey circle. Coach would appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Remember to keep putting in the work and dream big, bigger than everyone else. I'll see you next time.